So on this celebrity watch review, we're gonna be going over singer, rapper, actor Drake's watch collection. All right, so Drake. I've gotten a lot of requests about it, and I've actually have followed his interest in hot horology for quite some time. I remember back in 2010, Drake was with the whole Young Money crew and all that for a spring break performance for MTV. That was pretty much early in his career, almost the start. And I realized that he had on a rose gold Hublot Big Bang with the rubber strap ceramic bezel. And at that time, that watch had just broken out into the scene and it was hot. But it was a very interesting choice by him at that time because that was a time when rappers were opting to have more of the AP Offshore and steel with diamonds, you know, stuff like that was breaking out. There was still the Breitling Super Avengers with a lot of diamonds as well. But he opted to go with that Big Bang and rose gold, which always caught my attention, and I always remembered that since the beginning of his career. So I guess the question is also like, do I mess with Drake's music? I mean, the guy's got talent. He knows what he does. Anybody that says they don't like a Drake song, I think they're just hating and they're just straight up lying, okay? All these people out there saying they don't like Drake's music, it's like, then you catch them in the club like totally vibing to a Drake song, you know? I mean, the guy has a machine gun clip of hits, you know? Some of those gotta vibe good with one of y'all. I mean, at the end of the day, when you got that much consistently good content, of course he's good, you know? I don't know if he's the best of all time, but he definitely is good at what he does. So as the time went by, I sat there and watched him get different watches. And you know, nowadays there's guys like, shout out to Celebrity Watch Spotter on Instagram, where he will show you a picture of the celebrity with the watch. So it makes it a little bit easier to see what they have. But then I saw the last couple watches that he has come out with were pretty intense. So I figured, you know what? It's time we go over this guy's collection. So as far as AP, look, I'm sure he's got a ton of watches that we're not seeing and that he might not be even wearing, or perhaps maybe he even traded. But with AP, he's got a 39mm rose gold, ultra thin tourbillon, classic watch, very classy watch. I think it fits him well. He's got a 41 rose black dial and a leather strap non-chrono. Very basic in my opinion for someone of his level, but nevertheless still iconic watch. He's got that 48mm AP T3, which I terribly hate that watch. The same watch that Conor McGregor has, except Drake's is white gold with the diamonds. I mean, I get it, it's all factory drip, but I'm not crazy. Now, the one that stands out to me the most that I can see he has is the 44mm forged carbon tourbillon. That's a good looking watch. You see, that one grabbed my attention. 250 pieces made in the world. It's definitely something special. You know, no collection is without a whole bunch of Rolexes. He's got easily 3 or 4 Daytonas, everything from a yellow gold Daytona with the Paul Newman dial, to a yellow gold with an MOP diamond dial, all the way to rose gold with Baguette dial, so on and so forth. I mean, the guy's got several Rolexes, you know? He's got one particular day date that stands out, which is a yellow gold 41mm with the factory diamond dial and the Baguette bezel. Heavy hitter with that Baguette bezel. I mean, it's hard to find, and the bezel alone has got like a $35,000, $40,000 surcharge just on the bezel alone. Of course, he's got a couple Sky Dwellers with some yellow gold Yachtmaster 2s, but he does have a GMT 116758, which stands out, which has the factory diamonds on the bezel. I love that watch, great looking watch, and it's a special watch, you know, that Rolex makes. Us got factory ice. One of my favorite watches from Rolex with factory diamonds. So, it's obvious Drake likes hot horology. I've noticed that from the beginning, but it's really with the Richard Milles that, like, I just feel like he really broke out and has some serious heavy duty pieces. He's got the RM11 the last edition. I'm not crazy about that watch, guys, but it has a high resale value. It's got the blue ceramic, it's got the Kentucky blue with the ceramic case and the blue, strap. It's a good looking watch. I just don't know how I feel about an entire baby blue watch. But then again, if you're gonna be like Drake or you have easily 10 to 15 Richard Milles, then why not? I wouldn't make it my only Richard Mille, but it's definitely a nice one. He's also got the RM1103 rose gold, plain Jane, can't go wrong with that. And he's got the RM1103 with the factory pave diamonds. Great choice if you're gonna have something like that. I mean, might as well go with the factory ice. I haven't seen anybody yet still bust down an RM1103, but give it enough time. Some of the boys up north will make it happen. Now, he's got an RM35 Baby Nadal, which I kind of like and you don't see too often. Another thing this guy has is the RM55 all-white Bubba Watson, which is actually one of my favorite watches when you're talking about all-white. Also, before I forget, he's also got the RM55 Bubba Watson, but the one that's in the black NTPT case with the factory diamond set on it, rose gold sides as well. That's a good looking watch that you don't see a lot. Richard Mille's always doing these things that go over the top. I mean, they have a carbon watch that has diamonds set on it. How complicated is that? Probably extremely complicated. Before I say my favorite watch that he has, I also want to point out that he's got this, this interesting watch which I'm not crazy about. Maybe it was just for that one night, but he comes out in a picture wearing a suit, turtleneck and all, in Drake fashion. And he's got this RM0701. I don't know how I feel about that. That's a woman's watch, okay? Small case. It looks like it's got a Cuban link bracelet, all iced out. I'm not crazy about that watch, man. I think you got enough watches out there that, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's one of those RMs where they haven't really said yet if it's a woman's watch or a men's watch. I'm not crazy about it. I think you got enough watches that are serious that we could skip that one. Now, on to more of my favorite watches. My two favorite watches that Drake has is the RM69. It's a tourbillon that has a goddamn button on the side, has a whole scrolling marquee that says different messages and all these sexual topics. Definitely a hot watch. I mean, come on. Very fitting for him as well. But the one that caught my attention the most, which is kind of when I saw it and I said, all right, let's do something about Drake. Now, I have a hard time finding a picture of it, but I know I saw it. He has an RM3501, which is the Nadal last edition, which comes in the all-white NTPT. That is a hot watch. When I saw him wearing that, I said, damn, this guy's really about that life. So, that the Richard Milles that he has is what makes him have the hardest collection. It's just, he's really dived deep into it. Of course he has Pateks. I saw him the other day wearing a 5980 all rose bust down at the NBA Finals game. Of course he's gonna be wearing Pateks. Of course he's got some of these new ones with the whole baguette stuff. But I feel that what makes the bulk of his collection strong is his obsession, or newfound obsession, with Richard Mille. The sex theme watch is a heavy hitter. $750,000 easily, and you can't even find one. So even if you wanted to buy it, it's not like they're really out there and so available. Guys that have them like them and they're keeping them. That last edition Nadal is pretty impressive with the price, man. Considering that the standard Nadal is gonna cost you $180,000, this one being white and last edition will cost you $380,000. So he's got an eye for hot horology and he definitely has nice pieces. So considering now all the watches that we had discussed and maybe a couple that we haven't seen, and maybe he has thrown in that drawer, that Big Bang from back in 2010, I would go ahead and grade Drake's watch collection easily an 8.5, okay? I would say 8.5 is a fair score just because from 9 to 10, as you've seen on my other videos, those guys got some serious, hard to get heavy hitters. But I love Drake's watch collection overall just because I think he's got a good variety of really nice pieces. So feel free to comment below how you feel about Drake's watch collection and his score in the watch game. And also, don't forget to hit the notifications bell so it looks like this, so you can catch all the latest episodes. And if you like this video, please like and share. Also, subscribe to our channel. My name is Eric. This is Watch Your Style.